Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to MALN Opinion Plus, a weekly series airing every Friday. This is a space for our opinions where we talk about current events and questions the Latino community is curious about. Today, we are joined by Patrick Woodcock, Commissioner of the Massachusetts Department of Energy Resources. He became Commissioner in 2019, but has worked within the Energy Department for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for 4 years. Previously, he served as Director for the Maine State Energy Office. Welcome to our show, Patrick. It's a pleasure to have you.
Likewise, so excited to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. So to jump into our conversation, I was hoping you could tell us a bit about the Department of Energy Resources core mission and its different services that you offer.
Certainly. So the Department of Energy Resources is the primary vehicle for implementing all state energy policy. That includes developing, designing solar policy. We work very closely in the development of the Mass Save programs. We also conduct competitive solicitations for offshore wind. And really, our goal is to meet our energy goals, which includes climate change goals while maintaining reliability and affordability for all of our residents.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that explanation. And so, how has the COVID-19 crisis impacted the state's climate and pollution levels since last spring?
Well, it really was a crystallizing moment of, number one, how important the clean energy sector is for our economy. Governor Baker did list clean energy, including solar installation, as an essential type of work, and was able to continue like other essential services. It's also highlighted some deficiencies. We certainly have been noting that there is a correlation between mortality rates and air quality issues, and it has informed us of how we understand how to deploy clean energy in the communities that could really benefit for improvements of local air quality. One initiative that really spurred that development is looking at trying to move those diesel trucks that you see. There's been a lot of focus on trying to get personal vehicles to go electric, but increasingly we're seeing a connection of those delivery vans and tractor trailer trucks that really create local air quality issues, and trying to promote the generation flip to something that's cleaner, that provides local air quality benefits, but also contributes to our climate change goals.
Okay, thank you for that. So then, yeah, with that whole focus, that was actually my next question about air quality and how important it is right now during this COVID-19 crisis. Can you go a little bit more into what types of programs exactly is, and you touched upon it, that's helping contribute to a better air quality within the state?
Yes, well, increasingly we've made a lot of progress as a state of reducing emissions and pollutants from our electric sector. What we really have not done is that same type of progress with our transportation fleet, as well as our building sector. So we do see, and it's reflected in our long-term plans, to increase the emphasis of how to reduce emissions from the transportation sector, from trucks, from buses, and also reduce the utilization of heating oil, propane, and natural gas that not only provides global greenhouse gas benefits, but also local air quality benefits. So that really is our emphasis as we look to the next decade of implementing energy policy.
Okay, and then could you tell us a bit about maybe the other department's main goals for this year moving forward, since it's sort of recovering after the COVID-19, that sort of surge, having to react right away. Now we're sort of in the post step of it, right?
Yes, thank you. One is stability for the industry. We do see the economic recovery as a bright spot in the clean energy sector. Solar installations actually were pretty healthy nationwide and in the Commonwealth in 2020. A lot of customers staying at home expressed interest. Also, as we've all noticed, if we're working at home, reliability is also a real importance, and that was illustrated in Texas, what that can mean for a region if there is an unreliable electric supply. Governor Baker has been a leader at ensuring that we start thinking about electric storage as part of our energy mix, and we're starting to see a lot of solar projects and homeowners take advantage of deploying storage to provide backup reliability. I'd say one key focus of ours is improving the equity of our programs. I think a lot of people that work in energy policy are very passionate about reducing greenhouse gas emissions and addressing climate change. And we really are working to ensure that our programs have participation rates that are evenly distributed across all demographic groups, and that is not currently the case. If you think about our programs for solar and electric vehicles and energy efficiency programs, there is a disparity. And for instance, in our energy efficiency programs, we have participation rates in Mass Save for installing insulation and advanced heating and cooling technology at about 25% across the Commonwealth. Well, in Lawrence and in Chelsea, those numbers can be half of that. And we're really starting to think about how we can engage local communities to increase those participation rates, because that provides, by participating in these programs, you're not only contributing to reducing emissions, you're saving money for your utility bills. So that is an emphasis that we have at the department, and we have been working to ensure that our next Mass Save plan, which would commence next January, reflects those deficiencies.
That's a great focus. I was just going to ask, as we know, climate change disproportionately affects people of color nationally. And I wanted to see what the department has done to address environmental issues within local marginalized communities. So that sort of outreach, I can see that you're talking about accessibility to resources.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of barriers. One is language barriers that we need to overcome. Furthermore, there's sometimes a misunderstanding of the value of these programs. Sometimes it sounds too good to be true that there's 100% weatherization paid for by Mass Save that is available to renters and homeowners. And I think what we have reflected on is really Mass Save might not be the best voice to trying to partner and establish local community partners, nonprofits, community organizers to be implementers of the program and highlight the potential, the opportunities for local residents. So we do see Mass Save as a key area that needs to make those improvements, but really it could be said for all of our energy programs.
Thank you. And so switching gears a bit, I was hoping to talk about the governor's budget for the 2022 fiscal year. The funds include for a variety of environmental initiatives such as green communities, offshore wind procurements, implementation of Clean Peak Standard, and the municipal light plant solar program. Could you tell us a little bit about a few of these and what different types of benefits they would offer to the communities?
Yeah, one partnership that we have across New England that funds a lot of our programs includes revenue from a regional cap and invest program, the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative, where polluters are required to pay for the emissions that they emit, and that revenue is provided back to the Department of Energy Resources, and we reinvest that, really prioritizing switching our transportation fleet. And earlier this month, we made a commitment of deploying $10 million of that revenue for switching over school buses and delivery vans to electric and clean sources of fuel. So we do see a lot of momentum with a transition to electric systems for transportation, and want to make sure that that is provided for a lot of the vehicles that are operating in environmental justice communities. So the budget is an important tool in energy policy, and we look forward to a very robust 2021 for the DOER.
That's exciting. Could you tell us a bit about the green communities? I've been seeing a lot on your website along with that, besides its allocation in the budget in the future.
It's been a great partnership in the Commonwealth, really a national leader. We have a program that if communities adhere to a number of energy policy goals of managing and monitoring their own emissions, so emissions and energy consumption from municipal buildings, that we will provide grant funding to support reductions. So we are up to roughly 300 communities that are now green communities, and that requires adoption for making sure that new buildings that are being constructed, that they're done efficiently. And we continue to try to partner with them to deploy electric vehicles for their own municipal fleets, and have partnered with them for solar projects and other efficiency improvements. The Lieutenant Governor and the Governor are committed to try to getting all municipalities in this program, and we certainly are working to ensure that this is equitably distributed too for environmental justice communities, and that the funding reflects the different challenges that each municipality faces.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Before we start running out of time, I would love to give you this time if there are any upcoming projects or policies that you'd like to share that's in the works, or messages for our audience.
Thank you for that. It's an incredibly humbling area to work in as technology continues to advance. It used to be that clean energy was a more expensive proposition than fossil fuels. That's really no longer the case. We are seeing some transformative developments from electric vehicles, electric storage, air source heat pumps that provide high quality heating and cooling. And these are huge opportunities for the Commonwealth to seize. We are certainly looking to incorporate offshore wind into our electrical mix. And we certainly see an opportunity that a pathway to providing a clean, affordable, and resilient energy system is through additional clean energy onto our electrical grid. We also are very thoughtful about ensuring that we don't have a situation that occurs like California with the wildfires, or with Texas with the cold temperatures, and that we ensure that this reliable energy system is something that Mass residents can count on. So we are humbled by the moment that we're in, really the ambitious goals that the Commonwealth and the legislature have established, and how we can ensure that we meet those goals in a way that keeps utility bills, natural gas, electric bills affordable and not disruptive to our business community.
Right. Thank you. That's all crucial work, especially right now. It's sort of like we're on a timer. But yeah, it's a lot of projects at once. I'm very excited to stay followed up on the work and see how it goes very soon. Thank you so much for talking with us, Commissioner Patrick Woodcock, and for being our guest on MALN Opinion Plus.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, it's been a pleasure. Take care, please.
Thank you.
Everyone, please tune in next week for another episode. You can follow us on Twitter at MA Latino News and at Instagram at MA_Latino News. I'm Belen Duma with MALN Opinion Plus, and I will see you all next time.